China, a land of majestic mountains, flowing rivers, and vast deserts, is a country steeped in history. From ancient dynasties to modern superpowers, China's journey through time is a captivating tale of innovation, resilience, and cultural brilliance. This essay embarks on a journey through the annals of Chinese history, exploring the pivotal events and key figures that have shaped this remarkable nation. From the earliest settlements along the Yellow River to the rise of megacities in the 21st century, the Chinese people have demonstrated an unwavering spirit and an enduring connection to their ancestral heritage. The story of China is one of grand empires, philosophical enlightenment, and artistic achievements that have left the world in awe. From the Great Wall to the Forbidden City, the remnants of China's past stand as testaments to its enduring legacy. The origins of Chinese civilization are shrouded in mythology, with tales of legendary rulers like the Yellow Emperor and the sage kings Yao and Shun. These figures, while possibly mythical, represent the values and aspirations of early Chinese society. As centuries passed, small villages coalesced into powerful city-states, and from these emerged the first dynasties, the Xia and the Shang. The Xia dynasty, though shrouded in legend, is believed to have marked the transition from a mythological past to a more historical era. The Shang dynasty, with its elaborate bronze work, intricate writing system, and advanced urban planning, provides a clearer picture of early Chinese civilization. The concept of the mandate of heaven, the belief that rulers derived their legitimacy from a divine source, emerged during this period and became a central tenet of Chinese political thought. Following the Warring States period, a time of intense conflict and upheaval, where various states vied for dominance and control over the vast lands of ancient China, a new power emerged in the state of Qin, which was strategically located and militarily advanced. Under the leadership of the ambitious and ruthless Qin Shi Huang, who was determined to end the chaos and bring order to the region, the Qin state conquered its rivals through a series of decisive battles and strategic alliances, ultimately unifying China in 221 BC. Qin Shi Huang proclaimed himself the first emperor, a title that signified his supreme authority over the newly unified empire, ushering in a new era in Chinese history, marked by unprecedented centralization and state control. Qin Shi Huang's reign was marked by a series of sweeping reforms aimed at centralizing power and standardizing Chinese society. These reforms included the establishment of a uniform legal code and the creation of a centralized bureaucracy. He standardized weights and measures, currency and trade practices, and even the written script, which helped to facilitate communication and administration across the vast empire, laying the foundation for a unified Chinese identity that would endure for centuries. One of the most enduring symbols of Qin Shi Huang's reign is the Great Wall, a massive fortification project aimed at protecting the empire from northern invaders. Despite his achievements, Qin Shi Huang's rule was characterized by brutality and oppression, including harsh punishments and forced labor. His tyrannical rule ultimately led to widespread resentment and rebellion, resulting in the downfall of the Qin Dynasty shortly after his death, but his legacy of a unified China lived on. Following the collapse of the Qin Dynasty, China experienced several centuries of division and instability before being reunited under the Sui dynasty. However, it was the subsequent Tang dynasty from 618 to 907 AD that ushered in a golden age of Chinese civilization. The Tang dynasty is often regarded as a high point in Chinese history, a period of economic prosperity, military might, and cultural brilliance. Under the rule of emperors like Taizong and Xuanzong, the Tang dynasty expanded its borders, establishing control over Central Asia and parts of Southeast Asia. The Silk Road flourished, connecting China to the west and facilitating a vibrant exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. The Tang capital, Chang'an, present-day Xi'an, was a cosmopolitan metropolis, home to a diverse population of merchants, scholars, and diplomats from across Eurasia. Section 5. A legacy of innovation, the Song dynasty's enduring impact. After a brief period of division, the Song dynasty from 960 to 1279 AD reunited China and ushered in another era of prosperity and cultural achievement. The Song dynasty was a period of rapid population growth, driven by advancements in agriculture, particularly the introduction of new rice varieties from Southeast Asia. This agricultural revolution led to a surplus of food, which in turn supported the growth of cities and the expansion of trade. The Song dynasty is renowned for its technological innovations, many of which had a profound impact on Chinese society and beyond. The invention of gunpowder, the compass, and printing with movable type all occurred during this period, transforming warfare, navigation, and the dissemination of knowledge. Section 6. The Yuan Dynasty, a Mongol interlude. The Song dynasty's reign came to an end with the Mongol conquests of the 13th century. The Mongols, known for their fierce and strategic warfare, swept across the lands, leaving a lasting impact on the region. Under the leadership of Kublai Khan, grandson of the legendary Genghis Khan, the Mongols established the Yuan dynasty. This period, spanning from 1279 to 1368 AD, marked the first time that all of China was ruled by a foreign power, a significant shift in the region's history. Kublai Khan, a shrewd and pragmatic ruler, adopted many Chinese customs and administrative practices. He understood the importance of integrating Mongol and Chinese cultures to maintain control and stability over his vast empire. The Yuan dynasty witnessed a significant expansion of trade routes, facilitated by the Pax Mongolica, a period of relative peace and stability across the Mongol Empire. This era allowed for the flourishing of commerce and the exchange of ideas, goods, and cultures along the Silk Road. The Italian merchant Marco Polo visited China during this period. His detailed accounts of the wealth, splendor, and advanced technologies of the Yuan court captivated audiences in Europe, sparking imaginations and inspiring future explorations. However, the Yuan dynasty was also marked by ethnic tensions and resentment towards Mongol rule. The native Chinese population often felt oppressed under the foreign administration, leading to numerous rebellions and uprisings. These internal conflicts eventually contributed to the decline and fall of the Yuan dynasty. Section 7. The Ming Dynasty, restoring native rule. Following the collapse of the Yuan dynasty, the Ming dynasty, which lasted from 1368 to 1644 AD, restored native Chinese rule. Founded by Zhu Yuanzhang, who took the reign name Hongwu Emperor, the Ming dynasty sought to erase all traces of Mongol rule and reassert Chinese cultural dominance. The Ming dynasty witnessed a period of territorial expansion, with the empire's borders reaching their greatest extent since the Han dynasty. The voyages of Zheng He, a court eunuch and skilled admiral, showcased the might of the Ming navy and established trade links with Southeast Asia, India, and even the east coast of Africa. The Ming dynasty also witnessed the construction of some of China's most iconic landmarks, including the Forbidden City, the Imperial Palace complex in Beijing. Section 8. The Qing Dynasty, the Last Emperors. The Ming dynasty's decline in the 17th century paved the way for the rise of the Manchus, a people from northeast China. The Manchus, led by Nurhaci and his successors, conquered China and established the Qing dynasty, which lasted from 1644 to 1912 AD, the last imperial dynasty in Chinese history. The Qing emperors, particularly Kangxi and Qianlong, are remembered for their long and prosperous reigns. However, by the 19th century, the Qing dynasty faced mounting internal and external pressures. The Opium Wars, a series of conflicts sparked by British attempts to force China to accept opium imports, exposed the Qing dynasty's military weakness and led to a series of humiliating treaties. Section 9. The 20th Century Revolution and Transformation. The Qing dynasty, weakened by internal strife and external pressures, finally collapsed in 1911, ushering in a new era of revolution and change. The Xinhai Revolution, led by Sun Yat-sen and his followers, overthrew the Qing dynasty and established the Republic of China. However, the new republic was plagued by internal divisions and warlordism, failing to bring stability to China. The Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, founded in 1921, emerged as a major force in Chinese politics. Led by Mao Zedong, the CCP waged a protracted struggle for power against the ruling Nationalist Party, also known as the Kuomintang, or KMT. Section 10. China on the world stage, a new millennium and beyond. As we step into the new millennium, China's presence on the global stage has become more pronounced and influential than ever before. The Chinese Communist Party's victory in the Chinese Civil War in 1949 marked a watershed moment in Chinese history. This victory not only ended years of internal strife, but also set the stage for a new political and social order. Mao Zedong proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China, or PRC, ushering in a new era of communist rule. This declaration was a pivotal moment, symbolizing the dawn of a new era and the beginning of profound changes in Chinese society. The early decades of the PRC were marked by radical social and economic reforms, including the collectivization of agriculture and the Great Leap Forward, a disastrous attempt to rapidly industrialize the country. These policies had far-reaching consequences, reshaping the lives of millions and altering the course of Chinese history. Following Mao's death in 1976, Deng Xiaoping emerged as China's paramount leader. Deng's pragmatic approach to governance and his willingness to embrace market-oriented reforms set China on a new path of development. Deng initiated a series of economic reforms that opened up China to foreign investment and market forces. These reforms dismantled many of the old socialist policies and introduced new economic strategies that spurred growth and innovation. These reforms led to unprecedented economic growth, transforming China into the world's second-largest economy. The rapid urbanization and industrial growth that followed reshaped the country's landscape and elevated the living standards of millions of Chinese citizens. In the 21st century, China has continued its rise as a global power, becoming a major player in international trade, diplomacy, and technology. China's advancements in technology, from high-speed rail to telecommunications, have positioned it as a leader in innovation and a key influencer in global affairs.